So I got cut off in the last video because my computer had an error, but I wanted to show you guys how to make this look a bit cooler. So the first thing I wanted to experiment with is well, let me just show you. When we open up our thing here and we see them overlap, you see how like the new one completely takes the place of the old one in that section where they overlap here, the Venn diagram type overlap? Well, it turns out that you can have different functions for how they interact with each other. And so the way that you change that is you do this. Whoa, whoa. We're going to set the global composition type to something. And we're going to do that before we go into the set interval loop. And you can experiment with these. I don't really understand how these diagrams work. The new shape is drawn only where both the new shape and the destination canvas overlap. Everything else is made transparent. Let's just try that. Source in. All right, so if I refresh it a couple of times here, yeah, that's not going to draw anything. Okay, I understand why that happens. I was experimenting with this one down here. Oh, multiply seems interesting. Let's just change it to multiply. All right. So that's kind of cool to me. It gets kind of dark there really fast. I really liked, what was it? I had a good one. Soft light? Maybe let's try soft light. That looks kind of cool too. So I'll refresh this a couple of times. You can see that the overlap is different depending on how we set this. So it no longer like completely replaces it. It kind of gives us this like opaque type look. That's kind of cool. So you can experiment with different ones of these if you find that interesting. I think the text here is more useful than this. I'm not sure what's going on with this. I thought overlay looked really cool. That was the one that I really liked, but it looks very similar to this. Anyway, there's one more thing I wanted to show you with this, which is my favorite actually is I'm going to comment out this global composition operation because I don't want to set that to anything anymore. But what I do want to set is I want to make the circles a little bit opaque, like a little bit see-through every time we draw them. And I think that looks really cool. So I'll do RGB A. So we get to specify another value here, A, which is how opaque the image, the circles are. So if you put a 1 there, they'll be completely dark. And if you put a decimal there, like 0.5, they'll be like half see-through. So I really liked the way that, not 0.5, I think 0.3 looked. Let me refresh this a couple times. Yeah, I think this might have been my favorite. And you can change all of these values around. So what I would recommend doing is I'd recommend changing your random number ranges, perhaps for the radius, maybe for the color, so you can get a more homogeneous color instead of just completely random. Maybe the opacity, maybe changing around the global composition operation to any of these keywords here. I don't know, you can get some pretty cool stuff. But this is my favorite, I think. All right, bye guys.